Nicole here. How are you? I hope you're well. I'm well. Uh, okay. Uh, so, um, oh, why did I want to make a video? Uh, um, okay. I talked about my scary ayahuasca trip about me drowning a baby. So, I do tend to think pretty metaphorically. And there's like your logic brain and there's like your more artistic brain. And the artistic brain is like the brain that like makes a lot of weird comparisons and puts things together. And yeah, I think more in that brain. So um anyways, having since posted that video, it really does help me to somehow synthesize my own thoughts. And I realized, I'm like, I don't think I did anything in a past life like that. No, what I think that actually means is that I'm very worried that I am killing the chance to have a baby and those potentials. Like the baby's not real, the baby is a potential baby. Speaking of babies, Toby, come here, Toby. You want to be on camera? Come. Oh, you sleepy baby. You a sleepy boy. I love you. I love you, Toby. Anyways, he's just down there. You can't see him. Okay. So like, I really do want to have a baby. I think I'd make a great mother. And I'm tired of the lack mentality and feeling like, it's not gonna happen. So I'm just not gonna worry. I mean, as I approach my 30th birthday, which is, should I tell you my birthday on here? It's February 10th. It's coming up in a month. Today's January 10th, and it's 11:06 p.m. I'm about to go to bed. I'm getting ready for bed. But yeah, I'm like, holy hell. I probably shouldn't say holy hell. I mean, does that even make sense? Holy hell. Holy hell. Yeah, but okay. I can just like stop myself from going into danger territory. Like, what I'm doing is using a lot of affirmations. Oh, I also want to address some comments. I like addressing comments like in video form as well. I think it's a lot of fun, and I like the interactiveness of like the people who've been commenting recently. Thank you. I think it's a lot of fun. For me, it's a lot of fun. I hope you're having fun too. Um, because I always like want to give people good experiences, although sometimes I give people really bad experiences. Like, as happy as I can be, and you've seen me cry, but you have not seen me angry. You don't want to. Not that that's a threat or anything. I'm not threatening anything. I don't want myself to be angry. Anger is like this really powerful thing, and I feel within me there is like this monsters. I feel that angry parts are like, oh, please, I'm not a monster. But like anger is like the super powerful weapon or force that I think is very difficult to harness and very difficult to use. And mostly it's just misused, right? Like if I get angry at you and I slap you in the face, and did you really deserve it? Probably not. Like that's like a misuse of anger. But like anger, like true anger is always at like some injustice. And I feel like there is this like angry part of me that knocks at my psyche and is like, hello, I'm here. What I want to use this anger for is like the best possible use that I can. Um, and I don't know how. And I'm scared of it because if I let it out, I don't even know if I can let it out. Like, I don't know how much control I have over whether it's in or out, but I don't want to ever use my anger in a way that is destructive. I'd rather use it in a way that can build, right? Like art and war, same force. One is like just complete destruction, one is creation, and they're the same thing, really. And it's like what the axiom is this like pure power. And I'm like very power hungry. I'm just going to say it. I'm like super power hungry, but I'm also kind of lazy. When I think about politics, I'm like, you know, um, I don't think I play nice in the sandbox of life very much. Um, No, I do. Don't be too harsh on yourself, Nicole. Okay. Yeah. So I think that that's just a metaphor for me feeling like, did I ruin the potentials to have a child? Not yet, Nicole. Not yet. You still have time, girl. But really, the reality of the situation is if I actually want to have a baby, what I have to do is make good decisions. You know what I'm most passionate about is having a good time. But sometimes having a good time has gotten in the way, and I have done things that I'm shocked about. Like, I look at myself and I'm like, I'm not ashamed. Well, I'm not ashamed. I mean, the things that I did that weren't integrity wise, like cheating on my boyfriend, that it's not that I'm ashamed. I just know that that was wrong and I don't want to do those things. I definitely don't want to hurt anyone. And, he's okay. Um, we're all adults here. But, ah, like when I look at my life and some of the crazy things I've done, which I mean, I have not, I want to share the whole story. I want the whole story to be told. But I'm also kind of like, can you handle the whole story? I mean, I can barely handle it. It's a crazy story. It's just like so many things. And like, I'm not an innocent. I've warned you, I'm not that innocent. I am not. But I'm not that guilty either. And I don't deserve to be crucified. But I wanted to tell a story, and it's such a good story. And I'm like, maybe I can monetize my own story so that I can buy a fancy fucking house. And when I say fancy fucking house, the fuck really is deserved because it's a fucking fancy house. Like, I want a house that gives you the feeling of being in an art gallery. And also, I want it to have lots of windows. And I want that. Well, I told you already. I already told you. I was like, I want that fucking house. But what I want as well is okay. So like I've listened to myself sing. I thought about music, and I'm good at playing piano. I'm very good. I'm a very good pianist. I'm no Whitney Houston, and I know it. I know it. I still like singing, but I definitely love singing, and I can convince myself in my car with the radio as loud as it can go. I can convince myself that I'm a good singer. Am I capable of delivering the greatest performance ever? I mean, I'm capable of anything with enough practice. But what I really think my artistic chops are is in visual art, and I don't even know how to like show you that. Like, I've showed you some things, but okay, so I've talked about it already. So I guess I can show you this one piece of artwork, and then I'm gonna cut this short. Let me just find it. I should have turned it to the right page. Knuckle, think ahead sometimes. I don't plan jack shit. Okay, here it is. Okay, like you can't really see it. There it is. Okay, so like obviously, I don't know. I'm not gonna say too much about it, but I'm just letting you look at it. So like I think artists and definitely like poets, I feel like they don't like to tell you too much about what they think about it or what was intended because I kind of want to see what you think, but you also don't have to comment on this because this one is I'm showing you this because it's good. Like I think this is a really good work of art. You can disagree if you want, but actually it's really good. And maybe my greatest one yet. Although I have a lot of different stuff. Anyways, the point is I don't know how to get my art in a gallery, but when I think about like what I want most, do I want to be a DJ? I mean, I would love to give a live DJ performance, but I don't know how to make electronic music. I watched a couple of YouTube videos on Ableton Live and I got hella bored. And then I played around with GarageBand on my own and I got hella fucking bored. But delivering a DJ performance is literally fucking being God. I shouldn't say that like that. That's a bit crude. It is literally like being God because you're giving an experience to everyone there and it's really satisfying, especially when you hit it out of the park. Um Like if I choose a song for the club to listen to and I request it and everyone really loves it because of course they're going to love it, um, I really feel happy by that. But that said, it's the galleries for me. I just want my visual stuff because that's where a lot of my talent lies, is the visual stuff. Okay, I'm asking YouTube, how do I get my art in galleries? Like, how do I do that? What steps? Can you give me a step from A to Z or whatever, A to B? How do I do that? I have some ideas. I thought about making stickers of some like printing Okay, so number one, all my art is not digitized, so I'm more in the real world. Um, so I thought about scanning in some art, seeing how hopefully it turns out good, like aesthetically wise, and then just posting that all around my city, like on anything, like just like, poles and coffee shops and just posting like little stickers of my art. And then, over time, people are going to become familiar, then contacting coffee shops, seeing which coffee shops will take my art and hang it in there. And then, I don't know, from there, like that's my only ideas. I don't have any other ideas other than that. That's my one idea. I don't know. But like, I want to get my art in like real art galleries. And I want even people to know my name. Like, I want them to look at my art and be like, that's a Nicole. You know, that's her art. Yeah, that's really what I want. I can do it, but I'm reaching out for help to the human collective. And what else? About the comments. I really am you. You can disagree. Maybe you're right and I'm wrong. I mean, I am a little, I'm not crazy, but I'm like a little out there, I guess. But okay, like you're hearing my voice. It's your ears that are vibrating, right? Like it's your senses that are taking in this. So I really only do exist in your mind, as everything does. And then when you bridge in the psychology in your psyche and you go down to the roots, this is introverted intuition for you. Like you go down to the roots. What are your core fundamental beliefs about the world, about other people, and most importantly, about yourself? And that is the reference frame, as somebody else mentioned, like being unlovable and believing yourself to be unlovable, which by the way, nobody is. Everyone is lovable. But uh, that is the reference frame of which you perceive your reality. And your reality does only exist for you. But simultaneously, other people are real, which is mind boggling. But what it boils down to, I think, is that you are both simultaneously nothing and everything at the same time. Because opposites appear to be like, oh, they appear to be mutually exclusive, right? They appear like you cannot both be nothing and everything. That doesn't make sense. But this universe, if you watch closely enough, you start to realize that it's built on paradox. And the paradox is this, that opposites are the same. So everything and nothing are the same thing. You are both everything and you're nothing at the same time. And so, with that in mind, we are both one being while simultaneously being how many beings are on this earth? I mean, humans, let's just look at humans because actually there's a lot of different beings like animals and then spirits and like just this cornucopia of life, which is super amazing. So, yeah, like you are both simultaneously nothing and everything at the same time, which means that simultaneously you are both me, we are both one, and we are both two separate people at the same time. Although, interestingly enough, which I've made this point before and I'm repeating it here, I mean, I'm the one watching my own videos, and so it's like this meta experience for me. which helps me to understand things like these weird ayahuasca journeys. And I'm like, oh, like, think about it. Like, I was really scared when I saw that. I was like, am I an evil person? And that's not even, I mean, I've had plenty of scary ones, and I don't want fear, but it is on the table, which is probably a good thing, I think. I miss the days when there was no fear, though. What a wild ride. Okay. So I don't know if that makes sense, but I mean, it's okay that you disagree. By the way, it's totally okay, and I think if you're disagreeing, probably for good reason and valid reasons. Um, but I disagree because I think I'm right. Of course, I think I'm right, or else I wouldn't think this. Otherwise, I would change my mind, which is really what being open-minded is all about. Uh, yeah. And once again, past life. Also, past lives are. I don't have great. I don't have a great memory. Like, I notice that other people remember them more than I do in general, and so like, okay, that's fine. But what that means is that like I could think of my childhood as a past life, and when you think about it like that, this is the other one last thing I want to say about spirituality. Although I'll talk more about it, but if I think about that, like that I don't really remember my childhood that well. I remember bits and pieces, of course. I had a good childhood. Well, I mean, yeah, there was some trauma, but I do think I had a good childhood. Um, I mean, good, bad is even useful to put labels on it like that. Regardless, what I'm trying to say is that I don't remember my childhood that much. I don't remember high school. Like, I remember bits and pieces of it, but I'm like, the older I get, the more it just gets filtered out. Like, the memories just keep getting fadier and fuzzier and fuzzier. And so really, it's like high school is a past life in a sense. And like, I'm different. Like, I'm a different person. I have different ideas. I'm the same person. There are definitely common themes and patterns, but so much has happened since then, and that all my cells are different. I'm a different person. So with past lives, it's kind of like death and birth. Are they even that important? Because I mean, my childhood was past life, and then whatever happened before I was actually born was a past life, literally. But kind of all just like blends together over time, I think. That's how it feels to me, anyways. To be honest, I do kind of believe in past lives, but as I've said, it doesn't really matter because what matters is kind of like the here and now and your choices today. And positive affirmations really do help. Well, they're helping me. Um, and the universe is full of magic, but don't get too caught up in magic because, oh, I don't know. It's almost like it could be a drug, and like you just get like too like, or like alcohol. It's like you dabble too much in magic, you start to feel hungover. All right. Well, it's a little bit longer than I wanted, but I don't even know what to call this more. I'll just call this a conscious stream of thought. Or maybe I should just call it matrix response. No, that has to do with work, Nicole. You are not working right now. You are about to go to bed. I'm not drunk or anything, and I'm 100% sober. I'm just tired, if you notice a difference. Okay, peace out, Girl Scouts. Talk soon. Bye.